TikTok is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saeed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saeed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Realtalk Credit Union. Realtalk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Realtalk Credit Union.
Welcome back, viewers. So the presidential candidate, Israel Khan, SC, believes he has no chance of becoming the country's next president. He already believes that. Why? Why did he believe that? During an interview, Khan stated that he was preparing for what he called a cut-tail when Electoral College votes on Friday in a secret ballot. The United National Congress presidential nominee suggested that due to his outspokenness, he would not be chosen as president. But if he becomes president, Khan added that he would continue to speak his mind openly and publicly to defend truth and justice. Well said. Well said. We understand that. But the thing is, we have heard a lot of individuals in high places says that when they go into office, they will do X, they will do Y, they will do Z. And we have seen difference. When power gets to their head, it's a different thing. It is a different thing. Now, senior attorney described his competitor, Christine Kangaloo, as someone stepped into the PNM's party and likely to toe the official line. Commenting on the term of outgoing President Paula May Weeks, Khan identified her biggest mistake as a withdrawal of the merit list for the post of Commissioner of Police. Now that was a big thing in Trinidad and Tobago. A very, very big thing for us, the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. And I believe that was her downfall too. The country's 7th president will be elected on Friday to replace Weeks. The college will choose between Kangaloo and Khan. Trinidad and Tobago. Is Christine Kangaloo fit to be the 7th president for Trinidad and Tobago? Is she fit? How come the PNM didn't keep college meetings an open public forum to hear the views of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Why didn't they do that? Coming to election time, they will hear you. They will listen to you. They will come down to you in the flood with a tall boat and an umbrella just for you to vote them. But what about listen? What about hearing? What about paying attention to the people? What about that? We understand that they took the proper legal procedures. But part of it, consultation, part of it was listening to the people also. Why didn't they choose a retired judge or a magistrate like they did with Paula? Why? Were there nobody in seat? Or were there no retired judge or retired magistrate that they trust? Because according to the PM, they looked high and low. And they saw Christine fit. They saw Christine fit. Imagine that. They made their choice. What about the people's choice? So is it that only on election time the people have a say in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it only the election date, a general election date? A. What are we going to do as citizens? Is our rights being trampled upon? I'm asking you tonight. 2386716 is our phone line, so to call in, to communicate with us, to go live on our show. Check the phone line. The United National Congress campaign against the government nominee for President, Christine Kangaloo, has continued with Shogunas West MP Dinesh Rambali claiming she will not measure up to past presidents. Rambali stated that Kangaloo's nomination would present a danger to the country's democracy. Imagine that, eh? It would pose as a danger and threat to the country's democracy. Hence the reason why I said, why didn't they look for a retired judge or magistrate? They would have been in the public domain. They would have known legally about laws, because they are in the public domain. They are not just sitting as a Senate president. They service the people. That would have been better. But poor Kid Rowley didn't see any magistrate or judge fit for that position other than the sitting Senate president, Christine. Imagine that. Imagine that. And she did went up for a PNM election contesting a seat. Hence the reason why I guess Keith said, well, you know, they see it fit to put her. Does the country see it fit? Or does the country do not have a say concerning this? Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has stressed that the nomination of Kangaloo and her affiliation to the People's National Movement does not debar her from having her hat in the ring. However, Rambali noted that if Kangaloo is appointed by the Electoral College come Friday, she will not satisfy the image envisioned by the farmers of this, or the frames of the constituency. What's going to become of our democracy? What's going to become? If the Prime Minister have chose her, do you think she will go against the Prime Minister if Keith Rowley say X is Y? No, she will say X is Y also. Remember, it's the Prime Minister who chose her. Remember that. Keep that in mind. Remember the guy who referred to the Prime Minister is you? How many of you remember that? How quickly we forget. Don't be quick to forget. Don't be quick to forget. Now, Rambali argued that it would be difficult for Kangaloo to be immune from the PNM political interference. The UNC presidential nominee Israel Khan SC and Kangaloo will go head-to-head for the post in Friday's vote by the Electoral College in Parliament. The president is elected by an electoral college consisting of all members of the House, Representative, and all the Senate. If only one candidate is nominated, there is no need for a vote to take place. Imagine that, eh? Imagine that. What are we going to do? We just have to wait for Friday and see. People's National Movement leader Dr. Keith Rowley has made some changes within his party. We can use the word contingent. For deputy political leader, former party chairman Colin Imbut and vice chairman Dr. Nian Gasby-Dolly were announced as deputy leaders at the recent PNM General Council meeting. This was confirmed by PNM officials as there has also been a change in responsibility for a new deputy leaders. The party political leader normally appoints PNM 4 deputy leaders. However, none were announced at the PNM conventions last December. Imbert and Gasby Dolly will replace long-standing deputy leader John Yulee Williams and Fitzgerald Hines. Hines was appointed deputy leader in 2019, replacing former Minister Marlene McDonald, who is currently before the courts on alleged corruption charge. Officials stated that the areas of which deputy leader hold responsibility has also now been changed. Minister Rohan Sinanan will be in charge of party and election matter. Imbert will handle legislative matter. Good. Legislative matter Imbert going to. Well, we go wait to see how this turning out, because that gonna be let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago, this is a different thing, you know. Gasby Dolly policy matters. Listen to this.
She's wanting to enhance our capacity to retrieve these weapons to make Trinidad and Tobago cleaner. The SSA tells us it's about 12,000 they estimate after tremendous intellectual assessment and work, and we are aiming to mop those up. Meanwhile, secure our borders to prevent the inflow.
Switching gears a bit. Caller, good night. Hello?
Yes.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes. Salam alaikum, happy new year to you, Saeed.
Wa alaikum salam, to you also.
But I have a problem. And the problem is, I don't know if you could help in the situation when I explain to you. My daughter working in the hospital for the past 7 years in contract. And she take the first dose of vaccine. Then she come and take the second dose of vaccine. And when she take the second dose of vaccine, she come and get a blood clot and she get a stroke. And she get the blood clot in her head.
So she took a vaccine and got a blood clot.
The second dose of vaccine that she took. After 2 weeks, she come and get a blood clot. And she get a stroke.
Okay.
And we getting a run around with national insurance and this and the next, and up and out, we making a year and 2 months going, and nothing, we can't get no satisfaction. But I ask you if you know anybody could help us.
Call me tomorrow, 339-167. Call me tomorrow, 339-1670.
All right, okay.
Nice. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines have stated that his ministry is working hard to deal with the number of illegal weapons in the country. Speaking on dependency program, on Sunday, the minister noted that the government is working with a new United States Ambassador, Candace Bond, to address the issue. Listen to Fitzy.
She's wanting to enhance our capacity to retrieve these weapons to make Trinidad and Tobago cleaner. The SSA tells us it's about 12,000 they estimate after tremendous intellectual assessment and work, and we are aiming to mop those up. Meanwhile, secure our borders to prevent the inflow.
How could they give an estimate of 12,000 illegal firearms? I would love to know how the SSA came up with this. I would love to know. Maybe somebody from the SSA could probably call in or contact me tomorrow, because we would love to know how you all came up with this estimated figure. Caller, good night. How could they give an estimate? Hello? Stick here, get the click one time. Now, Hines indicated a few months ago, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service began destroying over 7,000 confiscated guns.
Now know as a fact a large amount of these weapons are coming from the United States, where they are bought and sold quite legally and freely. But once they cross our borders, then of course they are illegal here because we have a different legal regime. And that is part of our problem. So we are interfacing with the US.
Now viewers, Hines stated that these weapons are being brought in from the United States, which is now a major concern for Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes I just wonder how the gun comes in. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed Ali.
Yes, go ahead, you're live.
Right. It's in regards to Christine Kangaloo. The reason why Mr. Rowley picked her is because he's a dictator. He could tell her to do whatever he wants. And a few months ago, with the Nelson Gates inquiry, he wants her to pardon him. So nothing will come out of that case.
Oh, no, that's very, I love that. I love how you say that. So in case anything should happen to Dr. Rowley, the president will have pardon on him.
Correct.
Thank you so much, my dear. You see how things get in, viewers? So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I want to tell you about some fighting in school. After this.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grony, Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. We have some persons of interest. Before I go to the school incident, let me tell you something. This school incident, all you're going to see a different side of Saeed tonight. Take what I'm telling all you, mark my words. Tonight, all you will see a different side of Saeed tonight. They hit the wrong child. They slapped the wrong child in Tableland High School. I told all you, with all this school fight happening, one of these days, some student will slap the wrong child. Director, before tonight look like Fire Friday, even though it's Mash Up Monday, let me go to the persons of interest. So Rodney Harry. So Rodney, you decide not to bring your vehicle and you decide not to pay me my money. So Rodney, I know where you're living. And the car that you're looking for, I get to understand that the car is in, I believe it's Golconda Village. It is parked up by a mechanic house. I tell you information that's come to me. I am Saeed. I am not John. The car is parked up by a mechanic doing mechanical repairs. Rodney, you borrow money from me. You fail to pay me my money and you sell the car you use as collateral. It's mash up Monday. I stink tonight. I stink tonight. So to the garage owner who have this car, there's a $5,000 reward for this car. And I believe the $5,000 that is rewarded is more money you're getting than doing mechanical work. So people from the area, notify the guy. Notify the guy, hey, you see 2023, I'm more stink than 2022, you know. I'm more stinking, I do business who you is, you know. So I'm looking for Emmanuel Simon. Emmanuel Simon and the Honda Civic. You called me, we had a discussion, you heard your picture on TV, you heard your car on TV, you told me you coming, where the hell are you? I am going to continue showing these pictures, these vehicles, and continue offering a reward. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Director, come back to me a minute. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I have the names of these people. I have their date of birth of these people. I have pictures of these people. I could light a candle and put it on your head. I could do that. I have your address. I could send a police or a bailiff by your house. I could do that. But you know why I'm not doing that? We spoke like human beings. We spoke as adults. You keep your word, I keep mine. You went back against your word. You're not answering your phone. Say if you choose not to answer your phone and you went back on your words, you think I would just stand up under the pipe and let water fall on my head? You have to be the smartest. You have to be a clown. You have to be a clown. So, also looking for Nicholas Bodram. Nicholas, you live in Moruga. The car parking up in Moruga. Nicholas, you don't think I could get somebody from the Moruga police station to bring that vehicle for me? You think I cannot do that, Nicholas? You think I can't do that? But you and I spoke personally on the phone. Come back to me. We spoke personally on the phone. You went back against your word and you're not answering your phone. So you pushed me in a direction I didn't want to go, but this way it came up too. This way it came up too. And the longer this run, Nicholas, the more people are going to be. They're going to realize you're a smart man. The more it continue, is the more people going to be looking for the car. And someday, somebody go try out and you can't bring it in my yard. And when you're going to make a report to the police now, officer, you see this? These are signed documents. This is an agreement signed by a licensed money lender. Don't please think with me. I will show you how nasty I is. So we're going to we have a call on the line. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Ali.
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Miami, former Trinidad, and I'm just calling to find out with you based on the information I was looking at. Is it possible I can open an account in your credit union if I live in Miami?
call me tomorrow on 339-16770 and we'll have a discussion. Give them the number off air. They will give you the number off air. So Trinidad and Tobago, I'll look at this video. Pop video number 1 where the boy gets slapped. Look at this video. Look at this school girl. Walk up to this young boy, slap him in his face, and there was a guy to the side of the young boy, also cuffed him in his head innocently. Hey, tonight I stink tonight, you know. Tonight I stink tonight. Somebody children. Somebody children. Somebody children. Going and get suspended. Somebody children. Going and get charged for assault. And somebody blasted children. Going YTC. Show them the next video. Somebody come and tell me so, man. Yeah, man. But tell the truth and done now. Go on, come on. Dancing.
Okay, guys.
I want to wine and dance. Trinidad and Tobago, I keep telling you all. Let the ministry deal with school violence. Gatsby Dolly didn't want to hear nothing. They're too high and they're too mighty. Tonight, hey, listen to me. You see tonight? The girl who slapped the boy, she fathers a police. I don't give a crap. I don't give a bloody crap. If the superintendent is the cousin, I don't give a bloody crap. If the commissioner is his father. I told you, Trinidad and Tobago, one bloody hell day in Trinidad, they're gonna lash the wrong child. That son, that boy that they hit, is the son of a public figure who is widely known in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. They contacted Saieed. I went to the principal's office this morning to deal with the matter. You know what's the sad part about it? This happened in Tabland High School, Tabland High School. I told you, one day, they would slap the wrong child. So, Javon, I got all the information of how much money you paid for the incident to take place. Kelo, you know how that child got big so? You know what sacrifice the mother and the father making to send that boy to school? Show back the video where the girl slap him. You know how that child got big so? You know anything about that child to slap him? You know, and the guy next to her, you cuff him in the head. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago. I just do spiritual work here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I don't give a crap about who the father and the mother is. I do not give a bloody hell crap. So Kamani, Tyler, Javon, and Kelo, bring all your mother and father All you feel like joking? All you feel like joking? Bring all your mother and father at my building right here on Caroni Savannah Road in Chaguanas. Let me tell you something. I told you Trinidad and Tobago, one day to come, they will lash the wrong child. Friday gone, about 11 o'clock, 5 past 11, somewhere around there. That girl slapped the wrong child. The wrong child slapped. I've been talking about school violence for years. And the blasted ministry, education ministry we have in Trinidad and Tobago, did nothing. Gatsby Dolly, you're wasting time. Buy a bloody hell ticket and leave Trinidad. You're no good. Nothing you're doing for education. I told you Trinidad and Tobago, they would slap the wrong child. I told you that. That matter, I, Saieed Ali, I'm picking it up. Let me tell you something. And you see boys and them who jumped the boy. Before the incident happened, where the girl slapped him, there were 3 boys who jumped him in the toilet and beat him up, you know. Javon, you like to pay people? I hope your father have money to go to court, you know. I hope your mother have some big job, you know, next to some judge, you know. Because I go tell you something. All you slap and all you beat the wrong son, the wrong child, all you hit. You see, that man, the father of that child, let me tell you, the policeman, hey, resign your work, Dan. Resign your work. Take what I'm telling all you. Resign your work and go home and manage your blasted daughter. Manage your daughter. I don't care if you are the commissioner's father and son, you know. I don't give a bloody hell crap, you know. The principal said, Saieed, how do you want me to handle this matter? I told the principal, I said, let me tell you something. Parents have been complaining about fighting in the schools. In that same Tablan High School. And nobody did nothing. Absolutely bloody hell, nothing. Nothing. So I don't give a crap about the principal anymore. I have a snap of a chat group with parents whose children going to Tablan High School. Let me tell you something. The parents who have children going to that school, let me tell you something. They have no idea of what to do again. Some of them ready to take their children out of the school. Let me tell you something. Hey, Navin, they hit the wrong man, son. They hit the wrong man, son. I just do spiritual work, you know. The last time 3 fellas went at my son, 3 of them blind. 3 of them blind. The child is like a son to me. You see the pull up the video again. Let the video run. Watch that girl. She come out of nowhere. And slap the boy. And the male student next to her, cuff him in the head. That child is like a blasted son to me. I don't care what position she father as a police officer. You know the kind of disgrace that is to the house. It's on social media. How that policeman feeling? When I went to the school this morning, the principal came off the phone talking to the father, and they refused to come in school. He didn't know who he was coming to meet, you know. They touched the wrong child in school. They touched the wrong child in school. Javon, you like to pay money? You like to pay money? Not a problem. I hope your parents now have money to pay. And I hear a student Now when I hear a student make $40. $40 the student make to arrange the whole incident. I hope he mother and father. I hope their father. No, I hope one of them parents is a judge in some high court. They quite telling all you know. All you touch the wrong man's son. That boy is like a son to me. And I will make sure. All I want to see man with power this operate. All I want to see a man who have spiritual power. All I want to see how it is operate. The principal said, Said, what are you going to do? I say, madam, with all due respect, you have your side to deal with. I have my side to deal with. That boy is like a son to me. That boy is like a son to me. So I wonder now, when this girl end up in YTC, if the mother and father go there to help her. Kamani, Tyler, Jovan, and Kalo, bring all your mother and father at my building, because I am not going to sit by and watch this abuse sweep under the carpet. Somebody gonna get charged for assault. Somebody gonna get dismissed from school, and somebody going YTC. A little joke I'm making. Watch me and mark my word. Mark my word. Everything I push for Trinidad and Tobago, I told you it will come true. I told you that one day they would slap the wrong child. Friday gone. Friday gone, they slapped the wrong child. They slapped the wrong child. They jump him in the bathroom and they beat him up without asking the child to explain himself. They beat him up. Hey, watch me. It's a disgrace to know a child make $40 to set up a fight, you know. It's a disgrace, you know. I told the principal and the security officer, the safety officer, and the form teacher, I will make sure justice is served to that young man. To that young man. And if it's a joke I'm making, I don't play. I don't play. And I don't give a crap about who is who. Because at the end of the day, none of them knows the sacrifice the mother and father making to send that child to school. Nobody knows. All I want to be at a bullying school, no problem. Not a problem. Somebody going to get expelled from school. Somebody going to get charged for assault. And somebody going YTC. I feel a joke. Let me tell you something. You know I'm laughing? Just to keep my temperature intact. Because when I went down in that school, I went down with an intention to demand the principal to bring those 4 students in front of me. Right in front of me. And I was going to ask each student, how much should I pay somebody to batter all you? That is how foolish I was going to act. How much should I pay somebody to batter all you and make sure I'll end up in the hospital, brain damage? I feel a joke I'm making? Brain damage, hand can't move, eye bust up, guts ruptured. $40? $40 you pay to cause that youth man to get slapped up? I told you all. $40 nothing. Supposing now, Supposing now, Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this carefully, yeah? Supposing the parents of the boy who got slapped pay a student $100 now, what's going to happen? One student make $40 to arrange the whole fight. And the parents of that boy who got slapped going to pay $100 to a student inside it now. What do you think going to take place? What do you think going to take place? I'm just saying something. I'm just saying something. I told you one day they will lash the wrong man's son. That boy is like a son to me. He's like a son to Saieed. And I, Saieed, will make sure justice is served. Me are playing that now having $40 to set up a slap. Eh? Supposing that girl who slapped the boy now, supposing she can remain like that for the rest of her life. Eh? The parents of that child, she father who's a police, have to work day and night now. Because you have a handicapped daughter. Supposing the guy who paid the money now to arrange that fight, what about if every time he step out the house, somebody clout him and run him down with a 2x4? How he going to feel? How the parents going to feel? What about the 3 guys who jump him in the toilet and beat him up? If every time they step out their house, somebody clout them, somebody shoot them with a sling and shot, somebody run them down to Planas them, how that parent's going to feel? How that child going to feel? I told you one day they will hit the wrong man's son in school. I told you. They will hit the wrong man. Last week Friday it happened in Tabland High School. I'm going to tell you something. I had to laugh, you know. I had to laugh in order to take out the rage. I hope they're watching, because I told everybody in school. I represented the young man in school. I represented the family in school. And I told them, I am going to make it go public. I said, none of the here can stop me. None of the here can stop me. The parents of those children do not come in my way of me serving justice to the young man. I got to understand the girl fathers are police. I don't give a blasted crap if you are the commissioner. It's your grandfather. That do bother me. It's spirit work I just do. You want to pull rank? Not a problem. Not a problem. If your daughter cannot get up in the morning, tell the commissioner. I feel I afraid something. I feel I afraid something. Because you are police, I am afraid. No. If that police in Trinidad and Tobago not been doing rackets, how many police get hold with all kind of thing? How many prison officers get hold with all kind of thing? I go afraid you? Down the spirit, what are you doing? Next thing you like, they're going to bed now and you have no wife next day and somebody called darling and touch you. Kimani, Tyler, Jovan, and Kalo, bring all your mother and father to a side building on 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas. I don't want to see how dotish I is. The last time I act dotish and stupid was when they made an attempt to kidnap a son. And I showed Trinidad and Tobago what I, Saieed, could do. But I have a track record in Trinidad for getting legislation and amendment passed. Children Authority can't do nothing, you know. I spoke to a senior guy, a senior in Children Authority. They said, we can't do nothing for that. They can't do nothing for that. Otherwise, today, children would have get locked up in that school. You're getting locked up and you're going in a home one time until they charge you for assault. And when they charge you for assault now, YTC book for you. All I feel, hey, let me tell you something. I told you they're going to hit the wrong man, son. I told you the father of that young man, the father of that young man is a public figure. He's a public figure. And he don't business who child interfered, who child beat up his son. He don't care what the parents working to, or who they're working for, or what they're involved in. Nothing. God forbid. But if three fellas jump your son in school, and in a toilet, and give him chance to explain a situation, and they beat him up, what you going to do? I can't say that on TV. Let me tell you something. Tonight, I'll see a different side of Saieed, you know. That boy's like a son to me. So, while the policeman outside doing his job, I'm not saying he good, I'm not saying he bad. He's a police officer representing Trinidad and Tobago. Now, when that video went viral, it's on social media, it was posted. When his friends, being police colleagues, see his daughter acting in a manner like that, how are they going to class him? How are they going to class him? Now I'm going to tell you something. Watch how I just watch my background and watch what I say. I called 1, 2, 3, 4 names. I called 4 names on television. But nothing. There's a lot of Kimani, there's a lot of Tyler. Yeah. I didn't say the title. You understand? I didn't say the title. It could have about 5 Kimani or 5 Tyler or 5 Javon going to our school. I had a badge on there too, you know. Yeah, in Tabland High School, it have a badge on. It have a badge on who like to instigate things. Well, your day is numbered. Numbered meaning police going to pick you up. Police going to pick you up. All they interfere with the wrong man child. The wrong man child. When I went in school, the girl who slapped the boy, she didn't come. She didn't come. The father didn't come. The father understand a matter took place. They understand a matter took place. You know why I laugh in Trinidad and Tobago? I know me, you know. I know me, you know. Being somebody who does do spirit work, I know me, you know. I know me. How much time do we have again? Time. About 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Let me tell you something. The parents of those boys and girls, make all yourself available and come to my building, you know. Make all yourself available and come to my building. Because the father of that son said, Saieed, you deal with this for me. He said, you deal with this for me. He said, I sacrificing to send my son to school. And 3 good-for-nothing bullies saw nothing else to do but to beat up my son. He said, Saieed, I want you to handle this for me. He said whether you do it physically or you do it spiritually, he said handle the matter for me. So I don't know what's going to happen to the girl who used she hand to slap. I don't know. The guy who cuffed him in the head when the girl slapped him. I don't know if he go continue to cuff wall all the days of his life. I don't know if he go walk the road. And the 3 boys who jump him in the toilet and beat him up. I don't know if all could walk out of the house. If all have the strength to come out of the house. Or if all going to be bedridden. I just do spirit work. Me I said I'm not chat for nobody, you know. I am being careful with my words. Trinidad and Tobago. I am being careful. Because I know the media going to love to come down on me. I know Tat going to love to come down side, but you say so and you say so and you say so. I am being careful with my words. You notice I blur the video and I show all, yeah? I told the ministry and have been telling the ministry, deal with school violence. Deal with school violence. One day they're going to hit the wrong child in school. Last week Friday in Tabland High School around lunchtime, the girl and 3 boys, they interfered with the wrong child in that school. They interfered with the wrong child. The father said to me, he said, Saieed, you handle the matter for me. He said, because if I go to deal with it, it will be a different story. So I want to ask the policeman, if somebody slapped your daughter, what you going to do? Seeing that you is a police, you're going to want to use your rank. Throw back up the video one more time, where the girl slapped the boy. Now then, because he's a police, he going to want to use the rank. He going to want to pull string. Dan, I hope you could pull cable, you know. Look, look how they're defending the boy. Look how they're defending the boy. The boy is an innocent boy. I got the whole story today. Show them the other video with the girl dancing. You slap him and you're dancing? Go up. I'm glad you're dancing. Dancing YTC now. Dancing YTC. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But this story will continue Tuesday night on our program. This not going to let go. It's not going to let go. So until we meet again, viewers, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Until we meet again Tuesday night, good night.